Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to A Stable Life. That's right, guys. Your eyes are not deceiving you. My mom's with me today.
Good morning.
And she's going to be with us for the duration of this video. We're actually going to be feeding horses together. Today is a big day. Today is the day that the vet comes and checks out all the horses, as well as gives shots to all of the horses. I know. 2 health videos in a row, back to back. Did we schedule that on purpose?
Sure.
There you go. Now you guys got the inside scoop. So it is early in the morning, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do morning feeding. Now today is manure day, but we're not gonna be doing manure in the morning. All the horses are kept in their stalls, and then the veterinarian checks them out one at a time. In order to keep things free of clutter, all the muck buckets are gonna stay in the stalls, and we are gonna clean the barn out this afternoon after all of the horses are taken out, all of the shots are taken care of, as well as all of our clients have departed and went back home. Speaking of, good morning, Kirsten. I see you're the first one here.
Yep, I got here at 6:40 in the morning.
Well, it's good to have you with us this morning. So we're gonna get started on measuring out grain. We gotta get all the horses in the barn before the vet shows up here this morning, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. You guys know we're pretty good at getting those horses in, right? When you have 3 people working all together, I can tell you feeding is very quick. Also, whoa, Nelly. What happened over here? Oh my goodness, it looks like wow, that gate died. Okay, that's gonna have to be replaced with a different gate. Wow, I genuinely don't know what happened there. Interesting, we'll have to ask around. Maybe someone knows what happened there. Okay, anyway, Buster and Rocky time. Let's feed Buster and Rocky. Morning, gents. Good to see you too. Let's give you guys some grain. There you go, boys. And of course, we need to let Poncho in. He's the first horse getting turned in for today. But that's how Poncho likes to roll. Am I right, Poncho? Man, I'm just so curious what happened here. I mean, it was dying, but it's definitely dead now. Oh. Wowzers. Go ahead, Poncho. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, good morning. He doesn't know what to think of this either. Since today was all with the vet, I didn't bring any of my tools today. I really need to just keep them in my car at this point, don't I? You never know what's gonna happen. Leave that open. We'll leave this open. Now we're gonna go ahead and let in the middle field. Once all the horses are in, all the clients are gonna start showing up here. And I'll talk about the process once we get all the horses in. Morning, Roni. What on earth? How did all of this stuff happen? Did you guys see that? We're gonna have to work on that too. William, Roni, Champ, George, Casino, Rebel. What? I'm so confused right now. Did you get that string? Okay. Well, that's a first. So good news, no one knew about it. So you guys and I got to discover it for the first time. That's exciting. All right, let's let in the big field. Morning, fire. Whew, looks like Danny got in there too. Anyone else? No? Okay. Hey, Obi. Hey, Duke. Looks like Mom grabbed Duke. Hey, Docs. Hey, Poe. I think Poe knows his stall. Let's see. And good morning, Sriracha. The rest of the horses are on their way. Let's see how Poe's doing. Looks like Poe doesn't know his stall yet. I was testing a theory. My theory proved wrong.
What's that?
Poe knew where his stall was.
He's pretty good, but...
Not yet. Hey, Declan. Samson's on his way up, as is Tucker. Morning, Samson. Hey, Tucker. Nice of you to join us. Oh, I know where Tucker was. In the good grass. Hey, Argento. Hey, Gavin. Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Today is proving to be a very interesting day. For some reason, Gavin has decided that this is where he needs to be. Oh, they're all being kind of weird. And apparently this was the works of Poncho. No. You go that way. This was the works of Poncho. I don't know, maybe a critter or something came through last night that got them all spooked, but not all of them are scared. Only a select few. Well, it hooks. That's definitely gonna be something I gotta fix today. Donkeys are just looking at me wondering what's going on. I'm thinking the same thing, guys. thinking the same thing. All the horses are in now. A few interesting side notes here and there.
Hey, hit that like button yet?
Now that all the excitement is over, today's a big day. The vet comes every year. All of the horses get their yearly dose of shots. For any new horses that are at our stable, they may get some extra shots. For today, we don't really have any new horses. Poe has been here in the past with us during shot day, so Poe is up to date on his shots, same as all of the other horses that are here. So the way it's gonna work is once the vet arrives, we will bring each horse to the vet. A lot of the clients will show up to get a personal report on their horse. And in case you're wondering, we do not cover the costs of the veterinarian. That is up to the client and their horse. So what we'll do is we will go through and put halters on every single one of the horses that are in the stalls. And then once the vet gets here, we usually start with the more anxious horses, such as Declan, William, and Champ. They get a little anxious when they're in the stalls for longer than an hour. I would love to show you guys what it looks like when the vet's here, but that will be up to the vet. If she's not comfortable being filmed, then I won't be filming her. So time will tell on that one. We do every single horse at our stable, so it does get pretty crazy here, as well as you will see a lot of the clients that are here. I'm gonna do my best to film everything that I can. It's an exciting day of the year. It's a busy day. Before the vet shows up, there is one thing I need to go do, which is check hay, which is part of the usual Tuesday routine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on that while my mom and Kirsten, Wade's owner, are gonna be working on putting halters on all of the horses. And in case you guys are wondering, yes, the donkeys are also getting worked on. They're going to go put halters on the donkeys as well. All the animals here get this every single year. It's how we make sure we don't have infection and disease being spread from our barn, because all these horses come from different places, whether they've been adopted from shelters, bought at horse auctions, or bought privately from one owner. Not everybody treats their horses the same way. So this way we have a uniform approach to make sure all of the animals get the care they need, as well as preventing any disease from being spread to other horses that have been here for a long time. Let's go see how the hay is looking. Like the middle field does need hay. It also looks like the big field is good on hay. So we only need one bale of hay. Well, that certainly makes that job nice and easy. Man, in case you guys didn't know, I love my tractor. Hay's taken care of. So pretty much now it's just a waiting game, waiting for the vet to arrive. Let's see how they're doing on the halters and see if they need any help. Well, it definitely looks like they're doing a really good job here. All the horses have their halters on. Hey, Danny. All right, good to see you. They know there's something different going on today, so they're a little on edge. We'll have to make sure we keep that in mind moving forward. So in case you guys are wondering, the way we keep everything kind of set up is we have a list made up of all of the date of births for all the animals, all of the breeds of all the animals. Of course, every animal at our stable is a gelding, as well as their names and their show names. Everything is set up that way. For instance, Rebel is known as the awesome kid. And for anybody that doesn't know horse lingo, it's very common for a horse to have two names, a regular name or a pet name, and a show name. As another example, we have Weather, whose full name is Weathering the Storm. That's what the veterinarian will look at as she's going through everything, and then she'll give them the shots, check their eyes, check their hooves, check their conformation, which is how their legs are looking, check their weight, check their skin coat, basically give them a full-on yearly physical and see how they're doing, and then update us on where there maybe needs to be a little improvement here or there. We just got a call from the vet. She is stuck in traffic, but on her way. So in the meantime, I'm gonna measure this gate just to see what kind of gate we need to replace this with. And then Gavin and I will work on this for this afternoon after shots are taken care of. Okay, so we've got our measurements and we have some extra panels that we have over here just for this situation. So that panel right there, we will put with our scrap metal, and we'll take one of our fresh panels and move it over this afternoon. Once the horse is done with their shots and everything is good and they're clear to go, we just turn them right out. So all the pastures are currently open, ready for horses to make their way out into the pastures. Right, George? I wanted to take this moment to show you guys just the difference with the lights in the stalls. It really comes in handy when you're grooming the horses or taking care of them in the stall. You're able to see everything. And in case you're wondering, no, the vet does not go in each stall and work on the horse per stall. We take the horse to the vet in the middle of the aisleway. Me and Kirsten are gonna be alternating going back and forth, bringing the horses over so that they're able to get checked in. And once one of us is done, the other one gets the other horse, and we continually are gonna be interchanging horses in and out.
Okay, so we're giving shots today for Eastern and Western encephalitis, flu, tetanus, rabies, and then if your horse is showing, then we're giving some extra shots like rhino, Potomac, and West Nile virus.
It is up to each client in regards to how much of those diseases they want to cover with their shots, but those are all of the diseases that are being covered today. So if they want, they can get all of those vaccinations, or they can get a few. That part is up to the clients. There are a few that every horse is getting, which is the Eastern and Western encephalitis, as well as a couple others. The more fringe diseases is up to the clients. And depending on where they're going, if they're showing, or if they are going to maybe another barn, another facility, another state for trail rides, things like that. Those are things you have to keep in mind. But what we're working on is specifically for our area here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Okay, good news. Our veterinarian is here and she's just getting everything unloaded as we speak. So she's gonna come on down and then we're gonna get started right away.
Looks like his nose is scraped up. Yeah.
Well, he did break a gate last night, so he had a rough night. To start things off, our veterinarian is going to be working on taking their temperature. After checking the temperature of the animals, she's going to check and see what their heartbeat is, how fast it's beating. Also, she will be checking their temperament, taking her hands, feeling over their body to see how they feel. Once that's completed, she's then going to work on giving them their shots on either side of the neck. For most of the horses here, she was giving each horse about 2 shots. When you're working with the horses, it's very important that you're very calm in your demeanor, because anything that you do, they will mirror. So if you're nervous and you're scared, they will also be nervous and scared. In a situation where a horse doesn't like the needle, as some of you are probably used to that feeling, we will blindfold the horse, like in the situation with Champ here, where he was scared of the needle, but not necessarily scared of the prick. So blindfolding them will keep them from freaking out at seeing the needle. For Champ here, he actually was getting a Coggins test, which means that they actually had to take blood out. And this blood is going to be tested for a disease called equine infectious anemia, which in some respects is similar to AIDS. And this disease is something that's very serious. So this is a test that's taken before a horse can go to a horse show, cross state lines, or even go into certain stables. Because if a horse does have this disease, they sadly will need to be put down. This is a routine test. Of course, we're not saying that Champ has this disease. This is just something that's required when a Coggins is taken. As things are moving forward, Kirsten and I are working hand in hand, swapping off the horses. What we'll do is we will hold the horse and try to keep them calm, because most of the clients were not able to make it here this day while the vet works on checking out the horses. For those clients that were here, of course, they held their own horse. But for the most part, all the horses had a really good temperament. We didn't really have any major issues aside from the donkeys, which you guys will be seeing later on in the video. But we're happy to say that everybody got a clean bill of health. All the horses did well. We checked their hooves, checked their coat, checked their eyes, checked their teeth, and then of course gave them their vaccinations to make sure that they had no problems from any diseases that may occur. Just in case you guys are curious how things are going, it's going really smooth. We are currently on Spitfire. We are flying through the barn. It's not even lunchtime yet. The next horses that we're going to be doing are Tucker, which you can see him coming right in the back there, as well as Samson. It looks like Fire's just about to get his shots.
I want to hug me again after this. You never know. Oh, you're such a good sport.
You're good, Fire. Yeah, you're good. Good stuff. In case you're wondering, she scratches the neck to kind of help it when the prick goes into his neck. It doesn't feel as bad. With the horses, obviously, if they don't want you to do something, they have a lot more power. So she does everything that she can to make sure that they feel smooth and soft. Everything goes well. And then Fire can get turned right out. And we're moving on to the next one.
Are you done?
Fire got a clean bill of health?
He needs his teeth. He needs his teeth floated.
Needs his teeth floated. How many horses so far do we have that need their teeth floated?
6.
6. We're up to 6 right now for that. Next up's the big guys.
There.
What's up? What's up, big guy?
Very good.
Good boy.
Very good.
And while that's taking place inside the barn, out here is Amber and Erica, and they're giving Sriracha a little bit of a bath after he got his shots. Looks like right now she's working on cleaning out his tail.
Yeah, he's pretty gross. We just want to get all of it out.
Did he get a clean bill of health?
He did. He did. He's doing good so far.
Does Sriracha like getting a bath?
Not quite. Not quite. The water's not quite up to temperature for him.
Right.
But that's just something he's going to have to get used to.
We might have to get a water heater for Sriracha.
Yeah, maybe.
Water's a little extra.
Needs a little extra love.
Well, it looks like between the two of you, it's working out quite good.
We got it.
We
got him.
Very good, you poor thing. You're a nervous wreck.
Street.
You're a nervous wreck.
Can I help you? Oh, you're okay.
Good.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna get into the ear rubs, because really most donkeys like that.
They like their butts rubbed. They do mostly butt rubs.
Didn't like me rubbing it yet. Good job, Mimi.
Okay.
Okay.
Well done.
All right.
Well, that's always fun, but that job's done, so good deal. There's only one horse left for us to take care of, and that is Weather. Weather's gonna be getting a couple extra things taken care of, and that's it. All the horses have been taken care of. You aren't supposed to be down here. This is post stall now. Come on. No, you gotta go out of the stall. This way. That's it. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. You can go over there. Good news, guys. Everything is done. Everything is wrapped up. The horses all got a clean bill of health. Gavin, what time is it?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Let's get some lunch. Did you guys think that I was gonna say something else?
I don't think they were. Looks like we're having seeds for lunch.
In case you guys are wondering, for lunch we're having chicken sandwiches. Well, let me tell you guys, lunch was very good and is now over. So all we need to do is loosen up these two nuts, take these hinges off, because I think the new gate does not have them on, and then we'll slap them on the new gate. There we go. So what are the odds these are gonna come off? No ands, ifs, or buts, just easy. I don't know, Gavin. I think this gate can still definitely be used.
Absolutely.
If we had to really use this again, what we'd do is we would drive over it, get it nice and flat, but don't worry, we're not gonna use this again. That'll do good. Now I just need to put these hinges back on, and then we're swell. Good news, guys. The gate is now installed and working beautifully. We have it held open right now because we're gonna get the tractor and take this on down to where we put our scrap metal. But this job
Is good to go.
Hey, now that the old gate is gone, it's almost like nothing ever happened. Well, that looks good. Awesome. Bye, Buster. Bye, Rocky. Well, we only have about one light left, and we're going to be installing that in our utility room because it's quite light on light. Okay, so let's go get that fixed and installed. Oh my word. Currently, this is how illuminated our utility room is, and you can also see it's pretty cramped. This is basically where everything is, and I really don't know what some of this stuff is, but we're gonna put the light in here because that's about all we got right now. So this is what it was like before we got the light installed. This is after. Come on in. Look at how much you can see now. That is going to be a lot nicer for organizing tools. It also shows just how dirty and disgusting it is in here. Now that we got a light in here though, this is actually going to be quite a nice area. Make it nicer. Thanks again, guys. As you guys can see, these lights have been an incredible help. Thank you so much. We have reached afternoon feeding. Gavin and I have all of the muck buckets out into the aisleways, plus one more extra because Poe is here now. There we go, we can see it right there. We're ready to turn in. And of course that means we're gonna be starting things off with feeding the donkeys. I also have an exciting change to tell you guys about, but I will share that once we get all the horses in. In case any of you are curious as to how things went with the veterinarian, everything went really good. Most of the horses got a clean bill of health. A lot of them are gonna be getting their teeth floated. I will try to get that recorded for you guys as well. And when it comes to behavior, all of them were pretty good. So that's something that we're always happy to have. In fact, I think the worst one was Brocky, which is not necessarily a bad thing when you consider their size. Right, guys? Good boys. Now we're gonna go over here, close up this door. And this stall is still Tucker's. And he's got a nice fancy new gate. Since we are doing manure this afternoon, we'll have to close Tucker inside his stall while Gavin and I take care of manure. But that shouldn't be too big of a deal. And we'll let him in right away. Hey Danny, hey Docs, nice of you to join us. Check it out guys, you can see them all making their way up the hill. Slowly but surely for some, fast for others. Nice to see you guys. Poncho, I hope you're excited. It's gonna be a big change for you. That's actually the change I wanted to talk to you guys about. As you are well aware, in the beginning of this video, the gate was broken. Oh boy, these two. It looks like something came through the pasture late at night, got the whole herd quite spooked, and they all started running. And they all got scared, which of course spooked the herd in the middle field, and they all started running. And Poncho, being alone in the left run, got scared as well, and it appears he tried to break out of the pasture. Only problem is there's electric wire on both sides. The only place that's not electrified is that gate, which it looks like he tried running through. He's fine, of course, no major injuries on Poncho. The vet even looked at him today to make sure that he was okay. But the good news is that it appears that that is the last night Poncho will be spending in the left run. When Poncho first got here, he came from a stable where they pretty much kept the horses in for about 22 hours per day. They were only allowed out for about 2 hours. The other 22 hours they were in a stall. Of course here, we do things quite differently, and it looks like Poncho has grown quite fond of that. So we are happy to report that Poncho will be turned out with the rest of the horses starting today, moving forward, which is a huge and exciting change that we're quite happy about. Happy for Poncho and happy for our routine. That does simplify things quite a bit for us. So that is good news all around. Right, Samson? Right. Oh yeah, I could just use my foot for this. No need for a shovel when you've got a shoe, huh? Look at that. Nice and clean. Just the way we like it. It is crazy to think that that wagon used to be the only wagon we had. We had one wagon and that was it. Now we've got 3 and that's the smallest. It's incredible to think of just how much we've grown when it comes to our manure handling capabilities. Once he's done taking that out, then we'll be pretty much ready to let Tucker out, feed the donkeys, and then it's pretty much just turn out as usual, with the only difference of we're gonna be putting some hay in the stalls so that Mom doesn't have to do that tomorrow morning, just to make her next day that much better. After a nice long day, the barn is quiet. Looks like everything that needed to get done got done today. Today was a productive day. And Poncho is doing good out in the big field. So happy to see that. And it's going to be on that awesome note that this is where we're drawing an end to the video for today. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to keep up to date on all future and upcoming videos.
And as always,
We'll see you in the next one.